Hey y'all, welcome to the B Word. It's me, B. Bokang for those of you who are new here, and in today's episode, we're channeling our inner lover girl. Yep, the girlies are talking all things love, dating, romance, from women making the first move.
Or the worst thing the person can say is like, no.
Don't do it.
You know what? No, you know what?
Don't do it.
You know
Show
what?
a bit of
it's
love.
the way, right? I think
Blessed is he.
Let's not get
Who will see you?
Where was Ruth? She was in a position to be seen.
to our preferences between physical chemistry or emotional intimacy.
I'm very physical, whether it's like PDA or just like very
I see somebody I'm physically attracted to every other day. Okay, I don't think that's hard to find.
The physical connection can grow. Like, it's wild.
We are not gonna get too emotional if the physical is there. Like
That's
if I look at you and it's horrible, like I'm not gonna hear you.
And we get all the way real on what it really means to know your worth.
Life on knowing my website is so peaceful because now I don't have to be frantic about everyone that approaches me.
You'll see how like men just treat you differently when you treat yourself differently.
Like seeing the parts of you that aren't so great, because that's also like a part of loving someone else.
The unlearning, so uncomfortable. It's lonely, it's draining. You cry. I mean, I'm a crier. I cried every single day.
And without further ado, lovers, friends, dolls, darlings, make sure you subscribe, get comfortable, you might catch some feelings, and let's get into it. When it comes to my love life, I'm definitely in my intentional era.
I'm in a place of freedom.
In my 30s, it is raw and unfiltered. I'm in the investing in the things that invest in me era.
I've been single for a while, so I think for me, what is happening right now, a movie.
You know when you've been carrying a bag and then get after school and then you get home and then you just go, that's the era. Like, nah, I wanna heal, I wanna settle, I wanna be whole. That's me.
You know, when you're watching those queen, the Wild Wild West, and then they do that eye thing, and then the tumbleweed passes. I am the location of where they shoot those things currently. But my God,
Hallelujah.
dreams of blessing, where it was barren.
I think I've gotten super intentional and clear on not only the kind of love that I want, the partner I'm looking for and I deserve, but also the person that I myself want to show up as in love, in relationship, in dating.
Kind of just exploring what I want in my next relationship.
And I'm also at a space where I'm very selfish with my time, with my love. I make sure that I pour into myself first before I can pour into anyone else.
I'm not looking to settle down anytime soon. There are things that I want to achieve because the love that I thought I needed from a relationship, I actually found in my friends, in my family, and people around me.
I think I've been a builder like a lot of the time until it wasn't working and I was building alone. I said, it's not gonna work.
If I can just see from the get-go that this is not the direction that I'm trying to go in, we're not doing it, my brother.
In the past, I was pouring from completely empty glass, but I'm not mad at myself for that because I don't think I'd become the person that I am today. And to be in this era, I think I had to dry myself out, you know, to know how it feels like to run out of love for yourself in order to be like, I don't want to be in that space again.
I can't even count how many years I was single for. It started being my brand. And then I started asking myself, girl, is this really who you label yourself to be? And the answer was no. So I was feeding into that brand, like, oh, I'm a solo traveler, I'm Miss Independent, blah, 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 I don't need this, but I actually wanted it. And so now I'm open and I'm receiving it and I'm in it and I'm embracing it.
I'm also not scared of being alone as much as I was in the past.
Yeah, as opposed to back then, I'm like, I mean, at least, you know, at least there's somebody. But now it's like, I actually rather be alone if it doesn't make sense.
I'm not gonna entertain anything. Because that's what I would do. I'm not gonna entertain anything.
And that's what you would do.
I'm not gonna entertain anything. If I know. No.
I just really had a mindset shift and I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it and I'm confident that I'm at a place where I can attract a person that's able to meet me where I'm at.
And that's why I'm taking this year off, because I'm like, actually, I think we can grow a little bit more in self-awareness, and that will make sure that the next relationship is the best one.
Now, like in my new era, I'm very, very physical, whether it's like PDA or just like very
Confess, my sister.
We are not gonna get too emotional if the physical isn't there. Like
That's
if I look at you and like I'm not gonna hear you.
The physical connection can grow. Like, it's wild. It's actually wild how, like, in one day you can see someone in a particular way, or you're just like, not my type.
I never thought
and
I
then
was
all of a
skinny
sudden you're like, whoa, what is going on? You're attractive. Why am I finding you attractive?
But that's an emotion,
So that
right?
happens.
I see somebody I'm physically attracted to every other day. Okay, I don't think that's hard to find. For me, I really think it's much easier to come by than an authentic, real, emotional connection.
I think if you get me, that's like so attractive.
That's what keeps me there.
If you can get through the walls, well, actually it's not just walls, there's a moat, okay, then there's a castle, then there's a dragon you have to slay, and then you climb up the tower, but there's no stairs, so you have to climb up on the side, but eventually you get to the princess. So if you can get through that, then I honestly I think that's just so much more meaningful and worthwhile to me than physical chemistry.
Okay, the emotional is like cool and stuff, but like, mom, dog, you know, just grab me from the back.
Rather ask and find out than not ask and wonder.
These are part of the things in the friendship where we don't agree, but we live. You know, we decided we can live with them.
And I didn't decide I can live with it.
That's disagreement.
Listen to me and listen carefully, my sister. I'm gonna need you to take the basketball, aim, and
Even though I'm like really scared of rejection, I'm really, really pro. I'm just like, the worst thing the person can say is like, no.
Don't do it.
You know what? No, you know
Don't
what?
do it.
You know what?
Show a bit of
it's the way, right? I
Don't
think
do it.
I think it does. I think it depends how, right? Like, what is your first move?
Liking that person's story. I see him. I see him.
Tell me if I'm liking it.
Liking that person's story has not hit.
If I'm
You are
liking
not
it,
doing
I'm
anything.
literally begging you to look at me.
No, you're not.
Like, don't be too random. Like, there has to be something there. Like, I see you looking at. Are you looking at? Hi, are you looking? Okay, actually, you know what? Hi.
Do you know what it says in the book of Ruth?
First of all, let's not even get into Ruth. Let's not even get into Ruth. Okay?
Blessed is he
Let's not get
who will see you.
Where was Ruth? She was in a position to be seen. The problem is.
Don't touch me.
The problem is.
We were having lunch. I said to him, when are we going on a date? And then he's like, tomorrow.
That's a lot, Toby. That's a lot.
I just think there's just something so attractive and really just cool about a woman who's confident enough to go for what she wants. I aspire to be her.
I know that with my current man, I did make moves. Like,
But he liked you.
okay, he made major moves. I made minor moves.
I always say self-love is the best love, you know, so just move.
It doesn't mean now I'm gonna quote myself on your behalf. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm still gonna be like, pursue me. I said, do you want to get to know me? You said, yes, you want to get to know me. Okay, get to know me. Pursue me. Take me out on dates. Make me feel cute.
This is it's so complex because it's such a debate.
If he wanted to, he would.
I
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes. If he wants to ask you out, he will. If he wants to approach you, he will. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if he doesn't want to. Don't go begging for love.
You will feel when a guy is wanting to be with you in certain ways.
Yeah.
So if a guy wants to just smash, you'll know he wants to smash.
Yeah.
If a guy wants to know you, okay, you might know by the actions. If he wants to be in a relationship or just like, let's be friends with benefits, all of those things are known.
Ridiculous. Sometimes, like, you'll be like, if you don't give me the moon, it's because you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's like things like social anxiety, so it's hard to approach people. Sometimes there's actually circumstantial things that happen, like, I don't know, maybe financially you're not in a good place, mental health wise you're not in a good place, therefore you do want to, but you recognize you're not at a place to, so you don't. So I think maybe that's where the nuance in the conversation comes in, that it's not always ideal. But for the most part, in general, I think if a person is interested or if a person wants to do something for you, they will make an effort to do that.
You can't keep on pouring with someone who's not meeting you halfway. So that's when I agree. Like, yeah, if he wanted to, really, he would. You can't be asking for the same things and not getting it back. So now that I'm saying this, I think I believe in if he wanted to, he would.
You know what's even worse? When you see the person who didn't want to do it for someone else.
Because when they meet the person that they feel like it's worth for them to be that person, or where they say, okay, I would really appreciate $1,000 a week. If they meet that person that they're willing to do that for, they will do it. The for you is silent.
Okay. So it was possible the whole time, just not.
Falling in love with the potential of someone instead of what they're showing you at face value.
You know, when you amplify the good things, don't do that either. Just take things for what they are.
Let's also have voices.
No,
I think we tend to really like downplay our voices in the courtship of getting into a relationship, and we make it about the man. So the man must say when he's ready to be in a relationship. What if I'm not ready?
There's just so many spaces that we're just putting so much pressure on ourselves instead of just communicating exactly what you would like out of the relationship, instead of just expecting things to happen.
Often you compromise your boundaries or go into like immediately a self-sacrificing mode.
Not loving yourself first and not loving yourself well. Because when you love yourself well, you know what that looks like.
Enjoy the process.
Yeah.
Enjoy and sit in the process.
When you're getting to know someone, just get to know that person and be present. Because I think a lot of times you're trying to like forecast and see into the future, like, okay, how would it work if we, and then when we move in together, it's gonna look like this. And now you've planned your whole future out with this person. You've created this character in your head that comes with characteristics and quality traits that don't necessarily reflect the real person in front of you. But you're not able to see that because you're fixated on the character that you've created.
Don't pay for everything always.
That's what I was gonna say. Especially for like Miss Independent type people. A mistake is overdoing things like that. Like, I will pay, but that's coming from a place of maybe I'm not used to somebody else doing things for me, and I'm used to doing things for myself. But in a relationship is not about you being able to do everything for yourself.
One thing they don't tell you about knowing your worth is that it can get boring.
The unlearning is so uncomfortable. It's lonely. It's draining. You cry. I mean, I'm a crier. I cried every single day.
Seeing yourself, like seeing the parts of you that aren't so great. Because that's also like a part of loving someone else. It's like seeing those parts and being like, I still love you. You have to do that with yourself.
I think it's a lot more peaceful, if I'm being honest. Now I don't have to be frantic about everyone that approaches me. Because when I see you come in and then I see such, it's like, oh, okay, cool. This is not for me. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Bye.
And you'll see how like men just treat you differently when you treat yourself differently. So for me right now, what I need now is a different type of life and a different type of thing. Do you mind? I want a guy for me. And when I say this, it has nothing to do with the power dynamics because I also have money. Okay? So I can also take myself.
It's not disempowering.
It's not disempowering.
As soon as you know your worth, you attract the right people, you attract the right energies, you get rid of the wrong people, really bad energies. It just kind of like, it's like a cleansing.
I can recognize when a woman is self-empowered and is saying, I need this in my relationship and I need my man to do XYZ for me, when she's meeting that standard.
Thank you.
Understanding your worth can be a monetary thing, it can be very physical, but it can also be other things that are less tangible. Like, I deserve someone to feed into me. I deserve support. You know,
sometimes the way it's like portrayed to us is that the minute you know yourself, you're gonna end up with the right guy at the same time.
Sometimes it will take long. It could take months. It could take years of just silence and aloneness. And if you're going to choose to really stick to the standards and stick to, you know, whatever knowing your worth means to you, that also sometimes means that you have to deal with the loneliness that also comes with being single in the waiting.
So we need to explore that other side of knowing your worth. I'm like, you're still gonna make mistakes. You're still gonna end up in wrong situations. It doesn't mean now that like how not self-worth or whatever.
I think the only difference is when you know your worth, you won't attach that to yourself. Like it's not a reflection of your self-worth when things don't work out with people. I think knowing your worth is more about, I can dust myself off and know that I'm still valuable. There's still things I bring to the table, and I just have to find the right people that will work with that.
You what? No. Kill me now because God help you.
And just like that, we've come to the end of another video. But let's keep this conversation going, okay? In the comments below. Let us know what your season is looking like. Is love in the air or is it more self-love in the air? Otherwise, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Ciao! Mwah.